If Michael Jordan has a vertical leap of 1.29 meters, then what's his takeoff speed and his hang time? That's the total time to move upwards to the peak and then return to the ground. Well, actually, there's two questions here, and we're going to take them separately. First off, if Michael Jordan has a vertical leap of 1.29 meters, we know that when he starts at the ground, he moves in this direction 1.29 meters. And the first part of the question is really only concerned with Jordan getting up to the top. We know that his velocity final at this point is 0 meters per second. And we know that the acceleration due to gravity is negative 9.8. So given these things, displacement in the y equals 1.29 meters. Velocity final equals 0 meters per second. And the acceleration due to gravity equals negative 9.8 meters per second squared. The question is, what is velocity initial? What is his velocity as he leaves the ground? Meters per second. So we can use the equation velocity final squared minus velocity initial squared equals 2 AD. So our velocity final is 0 squared minus, we don't know what our velocity initial is, but it's squared, and that equals 2 times the acceleration due to gravity, which is negative 9.8, times our displacement, which is 1.26. Now 0 squared is 0, so that blows up, giving us a negative velocity initial squared equals, and when I do all this math, 2 times negative 9.8 times 1.26, I get a negative 25.284. Now I have a negative here and a negative here. That's kind of problematic, so I'm going to divide through by negative 1. And that blows up the negative. In other words, that cancels the negative. Cancel, 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 leaving me with velocity initial squared equals 25.284. And this is why the negative, taking care of the negative is important, because when I take square root, I cannot take the square root of a negative number. Velocity initial equals 5.028.319 meters per second. Now if we apply sig figs, the only number that really counts is the displacement. There's 3 sig figs, so my answer is going to have 3 sig figs. And so my final answer is going to be 5.0, the 8 rounds the 2 up to a 3 meters per second.